today we are starting on with physics motion chapter part 2. Okay, now previously in the video we had discussed about what is a motion, what are the types of motion, and what are the terms that can define that are needed to define a motion. Okay, we had studied about scalar quantity and vector quantity also. Now today we are going to learn about what are the different terms that can help us in measuring the rate of motion. Okay, first thing, suppose we all know to ride bicycle, right? Suppose you are riding a bicycle and you have covered a certain amount of distance at a certain amount of time. Okay, let the time be t and the distance be d. Okay, now your friend has also covered, let this be d1, this be d2. Okay, your friend has also covered a certain amount, the same amount of distance. Okay, same amount of distance, but in the time was different, means maybe you covered the distance very fast and your friend had covered the distance slowly. Okay, let the distance be d1 and the time taken be t2. Okay, now how can I compare, okay, this whether you were fast or your friend was fast? Okay, who was slow between you two? The term that defines the rate of motion is speed, right? Speed is the term that defines the rate of motion. So we'll see what is speed and how can we measure it. So let's define speed. Okay, first definition is magnitude of the change in position. Okay, first suppose your initial position was over here. Okay, let that be A, and you have changed your position to B. This means what? You have covered a certain amount of distance. Okay, and this change, okay, the magnitude that means the number that defines the change in the position per unit time, okay, that is known as speed. Okay, second is what? Rate at which an object covers a distance. Okay, rate at which an object covers a distance means what? Suppose you were here and you have moved over here and you have covered this distance at a certain amount of time. That is what is defined in the third definition, that is rate of motion of an object per unit time. Okay, next, the formula by which you can define speed is, it's a ratio between distance and time. What is distance? Distance is the change in position. Okay, distance is the change in position and time is the time taken by the object to cover that distance. Okay, now what is the SI unit of distance? We know that SI unit of distance is meter. And what is the SI unit of time? SI unit of time is second. So we can say that SI unit of speed is meter per second. Now you might be asking, Miss, what is ma'am, what is this ms to the power minus 1? Now see, something to the power minus 1, how do we write? Suppose if I tell you 2 to the power minus 1, how do I express this? 1 by 2. Okay, similarly ms to the power minus 1, s to the power minus 1 means what? M by s. Okay, so it is meter per second. Understood? Now suppose you were traveling in a cycle. Okay, you were coming to school on cycle and you came to school at, suppose, at a particular amount of time, let that be d1. let that be d, and the time taken be t1. Okay, and while returning, okay, when you came to school, you were thinking about the school bell ring, so you came to school very fast, okay, and the time taken was t1. But while returning, you were gossiping with your friends and you took little more time to travel that distance. Okay, so let that be t2. Okay, then if I ask you what is your speed, okay, what is your speed? If someone asks you what is the speed, what will you say? Because in the morning you were going at a certain speed, and while returning you were coming at a certain speed. So we need a term to describe the speed of yours. The term that describes the total speed of yours is your average speed. Okay, average speed. And how do I define this average speed? Total distance traveled, okay, total distance traveled by total time taken. Okay, now let the distance travel, what I told, let d be the distance that you had traveled. Okay, so the same distance you have covered while coming back home. Okay, the same, let us consider the route by which you have went to school, the same route you have taken to come back also. So what will your onward distance will be d, then your returning distance will also be d. Okay, and what will be your total time? If your onward journey was t1, your return journey will also be return journey was t2, so it will be t1 plus t2. Understood? And as this is speed, okay, so its SI unit will be again meter per second or meter second to the power minus 1. Understood? So how can I define average speed? So average speed will be, I am writing AS, okay, average speed will be the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken. Okay, this will be the definition of your average speed, the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken. Understood? Now we have a simple question that a bike covers 16 km in 1 hour and 20 km in 2 hours. Okay, calculate the average speed. Now what is the question? A bike may be starting from here and it's moving to B. Okay, what is the first distance? First distance is 16 km. Okay, and what is the second distance? Second distance is covers is 20 km. Okay, 20 km. Now this he covers in 1 hour and this distance he covers in 2 hours. Okay, so we need to find the average speed. As you all know that average speed means what? If individual speed we were asked to find out, speed from here to here will be what? 16 by 1, distance by time, which means 16 by 1, and the speed of this one will be what? 20 by 2, because time taken is 2 hours. Okay, but we are not asked about this. We are asked about what we are asked about? Average speed. Okay, average speed means what? Average speed we can define it by total distance traveled. Okay, first distance is 16, second distance is 20. So total distance traveled by total time taken. Total time, first 1 hour and then 2 hour. Okay, so total will be what? 36 by 3, which means 12 kilometer per hour. Now this is 12 kilometer per hour, but this is not the SI unit. Okay, this is unit of speed, of course, but not SI unit. How to change into SI unit? See, 12 kilometer, I want to change it to meter, which means what? Multiply by 1000 and R to second, so it will be 3600, right? Or we can say 5 by 18, right? So whenever we convert kilometer per hour to meter per second, we always multiply by 5 by 18. And if we want to do just the opposite, that is from meter per second to kilometer per hour, if we want to convert, we'll multiply by 18 by 5 in the same way. Okay, so here how much it will be? 60, this can again be 6 and this will be 9, 2 and this will be 3. So 10 by 3 meter per second. Understood? So what is average speed then? Average speed is the total distance traveled by total time taken. So total distance traveled is 16 plus 20, which is 36, and here total time is 3, so 12 kilometer per hour. We are converting into meter per second, as meter per second is the SI unit, so it will be 12 into 5 by 18, and from there we get 10 by 3 meter per second. Okay, now there may be other two cases, okay, when speed is given. Okay, but first thing can be distance can be constant. Okay, distance can be constant, and second case is when time is constant. Okay, there can be two cases of calculation of average speed. Okay, when speed is given, like distance can be constant and time can be constant. Okay, so when distance is constant, then average speed will be, if speed is given, okay, average speed will be, let speed of a body be x and y. Okay, speed of a body be x and y. First is distance can be constant. That means what? You're starting from you have gone from A to B and you're returning from A to B. That can be a case, or else you're also going to the same place and your friend is also going to the same place. At that time we can say distance constant. If that is the case, we find average speed by 2 into x into y by x plus y. Okay, 2 into x plus y by x, 2 into x into y by x plus y. Okay, and what is x and y? X and y are the two different speeds. Okay, this is the case for distance to be constant, when the distance is constant. And second can be when the time is constant, that means you have covered A to B at a certain amount of time, and from B to C at certain amount of time, but in both the cases time is constant. Here the distance was constant, okay, the distance travel was constant, like A to B you have covered, and similarly A to C also you can cover, or you can say onward and return journey, that one also you can say, but the time was varying, okay. And here the distance is varying, okay, distance is changing, okay, but the time is constant. Means suppose in 1 hour only you have covered 16 kilometer, in 2 hours you have covered 20 kilometers, in that way, okay. So in this case what you will do, how to find average speed? Average speed will be just the addition of the two speeds by 2, okay, addition of the two speeds by 2. Now how do we get average speed in this way? Simply, if I am telling you, why will you believe that? Now see, if distance, let us consider d as the distance, okay, d as the distance for the first case. So what will be average speed? Average speed will be d plus d by d by x plus d by y. Why d plus d? Because distance, first distance is also d. Suppose if it is 4 kilometers, it will be 4 kilometers again afterwards also. So d by d. And what is d by x? Distance by speed, that gives you time, okay. We know that average speed means total distance by total time taken, so d by x plus d by y. From here if we solve, we will be getting this, okay. And here also why this one same? Because same way time is constant, no. So what will be the distance? Distance is variable, so we can say that distance, so we can say that average speed will be distance by time, okay. First distance is d1, second distance is d2 by total time. What is the total time? T plus t. Now see, d1 and d2 we don't know, but we know the speed, okay. So speed is what? Speed is distance by time, right? And what is the distance? Distance is x, first case x by t, okay. Speed is what? X, it is already given, and it is distance by time, okay. So which means what? Distance 1 will be xt. Similarly if we just change it to y, okay, for the second body, okay, and this distance if we change it to d2, then what it will be? It will be yt, right? And now let us substitute this one over here. What we can get? We will get xt plus yt by 2t, which means if we are taking t common, we get x plus y by 2t, and we can cancel out these 2t's, and what remains is x plus y by 2. Understood? Next, we will try to define motion with direction. Okay, you all know about rocket, right? you all know about rocket, and it has got a speed. Okay, it has rocket moves. Okay, now when a rocket is moving, what do we say? Do we say speed of the rocket? We don't say the speed of the rocket. We just say a term that is velocity. So what is velocity and how is it different from speed? See, velocity means speed with direction. Velocity means speed with direction. And what is the SI unit of velocity? SI unit is again meter per second. Okay, or meter second to the power minus 1. How to find out velocity? So velocity can be found out by, see, in case of speed we use distance. Okay, in case of velocity we will be using displacement. Okay, displacement by time taken. Okay, displacement by time gives us velocity. And how to find average velocity? Average velocity will be initial velocity, okay, plus final velocity by 2. Now what is this case of velocity? Okay, when can we say that velocity is varying or something like that? We can say velocity is different. Okay, it's not constant only if it is changing its, either it's changing its direction or it is changing its the time is changing. Okay, time duration is changing. Only in that case we can say as we need to find average velocity. Okay, because velocity is a vector quantity, it will have direction, so change in direction will also result in change in velocity. So average velocity is initial velocity plus final velocity by 2, but in general we define velocity by displacement by time taken. Okay, and what is displacement? Displacement means from the initial position to the final position, what is the shortest distance covered. Okay, while in distance we used to take only the position, change in position is known as distance, but displacement means initial position to final position, what is the shortest distance, that is known as displacement. Let's define velocity. Now see, velocity is what? Rate in change in displacement with time. Okay, it is not distance, it is displacement, as I have told earlier. Okay, that means change in the, from the final position to initial position, what is the distance covered. Okay, shortest distance covered, that is the displacement, and with time if we find it out we can get velocity. It is a vector quantity. Why vector quantity? It is having a direction, so it is a vector quantity. Okay, and velocity is defined by displacement by time, and displacement means final position minus initial position. Okay, final position, what was the position, and if we subtract initial position from it, we can get the displacement. Now suppose a body is moving from A to B. Okay, A to B. Okay, and the distance covered is D. Okay, now from again it is coming from B to A. Okay, it is moving, first it was moving from A to B, and then from B to A again it is coming back. Okay, so what is the displacement in this case? Displacement in this case is, distance is what? Distance is D plus D. Okay, whatever distance it had traveled to go, that distance only it is taking to come back, so total distance will be D plus D. Okay, now what will be the displacement? I told change in initial final position and change in initial position. Now see, it has gone through a certain distance, but it has come to its initial position only, so there is no change. Okay, there is no change in displacement. That means displacement over here is 0. In this cases, velocity will also be 0. Why? Velocity means what? Displacement by time. Okay, if displacement is 0, 0 by something will be 0 only, right? So we can never get speed as 0, because we can calculate speed, because it has gone here, from here it is coming back, so we can calculate speed. Okay, but speed can never be 0 if the body is in motion, but displacement can be velocity can be 0 if there is no displacement. That is, there is the initial and the final position. If both are same, then there is no displacement, so velocity can be 0. Now what is the SI unit of velocity? SI unit is meter per second, just like speed. Okay, meter per second, just like speed. And there are other units also that define velocity, that is kilometer per hour and all those things, but those are all are units, but we take the standard unit as meter per second. Understood? So here I have a couple of questions at the end of today's lecture session. Okay, some questions are there. This is for your assignment too. First question is that find the speed and velocity of a body that moves on a circular track of radius 5 meter in 30 seconds. Okay, you have to calculate speed also, you have to calculate velocity also. Now speed, when you calculate, what do we require? We require distance and time. Distance is given. Okay, from radius of the circle is given, so from there you can find out the distance. Okay, and time is also given. Now for velocity means, always remember, initial final position minus initial position, so that you have to, because we need the displacement. So what is the displacement when a body moves in a circular track? Okay, and that from there you can find the velocity. Okay, we have in your previous classes I have told you what happens to a body when it moves in a circular track, and when it comes to its final position and initial position all comes to the same point. Okay, what happens? Okay, what is the displacement? Remembering that, you have to solve this. Okay, second is a body covers same distance at 30 km per hour and 40 km per hour on 2 different days. Suppose on the first day it covers the same distance 30 km per hour, and on the next day it covers the same distance in 40 km per hour. So you need to find average speed. Now see, same distance, that means distance is constant. So when distance is constant, what can be the what is the formula for speed that I have explained you? Average speed I have explained you already. Using that you have to do. Third one is a body covers a distance at a speed of 20 km per hour. Okay, D1 distance and D2 distance in 15 km per hour. Okay, at the same amount of time. So here what does it mean? That time is constant, but the distance is going on changing. Once it was 20, second time it was 15. So what is the average speed in this case? Okay, we need to find out. Okay, using the formula that I have given already. Fourth one is a taxi starts with 24 km reading on odometer. What is odometer? The meter that we have now, meter reading we see now. So that one, odometer reads 24 km when the taxi was starting. Okay, and when it ended at 32 km reading. Okay, so what is the change in distance you need to find? Okay, change in the initial position and the final position we can get from here. Okay, and it covers in 15 minutes. Now see, this is in kilometer, you need to convert it into meter, and this is in minutes. You need to convert it into what? You need to convert it into second. Okay, and then calculate the velocity. What will be velocity? Displacement by time. Okay, that's all we have for today's lecture session. Okay, we'll be back. I hope you all have understood what is being taught. Okay, take care. Bye.